And Mr. Black with the smoke effect. Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. I wonder how many we are before, what was it, 300? That's the next threshold. How many episodes we got left till then? But however many they may be. Welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black on with his Knicks hat on. Go Knicks. Good evening all on this Thursday night where we coming in heavy. 1, 2, 3 _3. Why? You gotta explain yourself, sir. You can't even. How you gonna say fuck Cody? He was the one that got slapped. How the disrespect? Come on now. But before we do jump into good evening, Facebook user. Dylan Christian Bailey's in the building. Good evening all. Come on in. If you have not gave Facebook permission, please write your name at the end of your comments so we do know who you are. Woo! It has been once again another week, a roller coaster ride of a week that WWE has put us on.
Why niggas mad at Cody, son?
Yo, I don't know, because they after that press conference, after the kickoff show, that man is the biggest baby face in the company. I don't know what they listen. That if you look up babyface outside of R&B music in the dictionary, Cody's face is gonna be on that goddamn.
This is why
definition.
It's funny though. Just last week, yo, fuck The Rock now, right? Now is
it still may be on that F you Dwayne movement just a smidge, because even but he played into it. So actually, you know what? Let's just jump into it. It's not so much like breaking news in that sense, but this is the post kickoff reactions, I guess, from all three of us. Because they kicked off WrestleMania 40 with a kickoff event live in Las Vegas, Super Bowl week. Happy Super Bowl week to everyone. At the T-Mobile Arena, free event for everyone to come through. They had Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, CM Punk, and Biggie on the panel to kick off the kickoff show. So that was actually thinking about it. It was a very interesting, group of just people on a panel. So they kicked off with, of course, my good old Trips welcoming everyone, and then Bianca Belair came out shortly after that. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch came out, started planting their seeds for WrestleMania, and then your boy Seth Rollins came out. Thought he was introducing Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns' music hits, and they go a little tit for tat, and then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson appears. It's almost like Pokemon. It was like they played the Pokemon ball on that nigga. He came out right after that, and what?
Dang, nigga, Biggie was glazing all night. Dang, my nigga, all right. Dang.
My man is upset. I want to know why you upset. 1, 2, 3 _3. Like, what's up? But
and then he can't pick up his mans though, son. Dang, son. You need some healing, nigga. Fuck, nigga. You want some sage?
So apparently everyone is healing it up because Dwayne out here healing it up. It became very, very anticlimactic, hold the phone, because all this week. So we'll pull it back a little bit, even from last week's SmackDown.
Let me get my water.
Go ahead, go get your water. So even we'll pull it back a little bit so there's a little bit more of an understanding. So Friday Night SmackDown ends with Dwayne and Roman Reigns face to face. So then that was the setup so between last week Friday and today, it's been we want Cody. We're behind Cody finishing his story, and WWE's been playing into all of that. Monday Night Raw came. They had signs. Fans bought signs. We want Cody. Once again, WWE utilizing the fans and utilizing social media in such a brilliant way. Because at the end of the day, when people was talking about they was upset or whatever, I was just like, but you still gonna watch? You still gonna pay your ticket? What are we really talking about?
They fake. They fickle because it's funny though. It's funny though. And that's why I tell people, y'all was dick riding The Rock a year ago. Oh, The Rock, he put an Easter egg on Young Rock about facing Roman. Fuck Cody. This, that, and third. Oh, no. That was glazing. That was hardcore glazing with two hands. That was glazing. So, you know what? The whole Vince thing, the whole Vince thing came out. Perfect timing. You know what The Rock did? Let's distract them. I do this in Hollywood.
Let's call it audible.
Let's call it audible. Let's just fool them. Because that's what I tell people. You could tell that who passed their reading exams back in the day. Because he said, hold up. WWE told them what he was doing. He never said, yo, I'm facing Seth Rollins. Never said that. He just said, I need someone else who want to face you. That's all he said. Contacts, clues, not paying attention. Because Monday night, he was still on Monday night, mentioning the decision he has to make and promote it up to Thursday. Not one major wrestling news is talking about Vince McMahon at all. Nobody's talking about it. Only the side podcasts like the Jim Cornette's and stuff like that. WrestleNomics. Even like DJ Academics picked up the Vince McMahon story. But they did all of this to distract you, make your guys forget about it. So at the end of the day, though, son, good job, Rocky. Good fucking job.
Listen, everyone that was on that stage was a company man. All of them are company men. Company men in forefront. Tamara, your question was, did anyone see those references by Punk? Listen, when they had ended it and they kind of had Dwayne still far in the back and Punk was talking, I was just like, yo, he owes you still 5 minutes, bro. So when you get ready, you get better, go do that. But
don't forget, which is death threats on The Rock's daughter. Come on, nigga.
Yeah, that part. Listen, that's when you take shit way too serious. Like, and I feel like the way that they've ended this kickoff, there's now this road to WrestleMania with this pit stop in Australia. It gives you the opportunity as fans. Like, yes, we're podcasters and people create content and things of that nature, but they're giving us an opportunity to be a fan right now. And I think everyone needs to take, just even whether you do content or you don't, listen, just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. That's old. They talk about it on Ashley, the Dash situation. My nigga, that shit came out years ago. There's a whole documentary on YouTube that talks about it. I've been through that. Like, it's just now coming out. Like,
well, Sir Wilkins, your thoughts on the kickoff event as we begin this road to WrestleMania?
I love my daddy Rocky. Anything he does, I love him.
So, first of all, my nigga The Rock came through and saved WrestleMania. This nigga said, let me put the company on my Samoan black back and save this shit. So let's break this down, because I don't think the streets understand what happened. So first of all, this nigga here, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock.
Dwayne came outside today, y'all.
The nigga came out dressed like Toretto from Fast and the Furious. Dressed like the nigga that he plays in Fast and the Furious. I don't know whatever that is.
Hobbs.
Hobbs. Dressed like Hobbs.
Or are you sure that Hobbs didn't dress up like The Rock?
Whatever. Because that nigga looked like a character straight out.
He was giving me character development training 101, and I was here for it.
Because this nigga The Rock is an arrogant nigga. This nigga thought the people were going to love him. Everything was going to work out. They were going to love the fact that he was taking Cody's place. Nah, nigga. Nah.
That's not what we signed up for.
Nah. The streets wanted what they wanted. So, boom. This nigga comes out and the fans are booing him. And you know what's crazy? I really think he didn't expect this.
I agree.
I genuinely think he did not expect this. And I said this to you when we were hanging out the other night. The Rock by accident made Cody Rhodes the biggest baby face in all of wrestling.
by default. It is the wildest thing. I don't even think Dwayne thought he could do that. Still.
Yeah. So when that happened, and then he was on Pat McAfee. And this is I've always talked about this. Use the tools that you have. Social media, all this others, like everything. So you have one of the biggest podcasters / sports shows on your brand, which is Pat McAfee. He goes into Pat McAfee and starts calling Cody crybabies. I was like, oh, he's leaning into it. I said, I love it. Then you see that. So everybody's like, all right, cool. Now at the press conference, I was like, this nigga's going, when he came out dressed like that, I was like, this nigga's going straight full ass heel, low key. The thing for me when I was like, oh, this Cody's about to get involved, was when he mentioned that the Samoans are the only royal family in wrestling.
Yo, once he said royal family, I said, oh, nah, nigga. It's in his song.
Cooking. I was like, these niggas is cooking a full course meal.
Ooh, they don't know how to cook.
So you the rock. Oh, I see what you did there.
I did. That was a good one.
I see what you did. See what you did there.
That was good.
As soon as he mentioned that, I was like, all right. But the one thing I do want to say is poor Seth Rollins.
Yo, got her out here looking like a supporting cast member.
This nigga has been wanting to be the star, and once again, he is number 4 in this whole thing.
Yo,
not number 3, not number 2. He is number 4 in this whole saga. But you know what? I respect him for being a company man and going along with it.
That's why I said literally every person on that stage is a company man. They play their part, they play their role, they know and that was one thing when Rock was on Pat McAfee, where he was just like, yo, we're in for the long game. And I think once again, we as fans at times we want what we want and we want it immediately. And at times the beauty and art, like this will be like this road to WrestleMania will be talked about in 10 years from now, in 20 years from now. Like these are the moments that you care to really carefully lay brick by brick for versus a quick 1-2, this is it. But like at the end of the day, Rocky said it, we are in for the long haul. So guys, buckle your seatbelts.
And you know what I like? These niggas looking like real bullies.
Yo, especially how you talk to Trips.
He's like, you better fix this shit.
No, he said, you better fucking fix this.
Fix this.
Now. Or we will.
And you know what's funny? I really hate Triple H because this nigga is really good on the mic.
Don't hate him.
Like, the way he came out cutting the promo for the thing, this is WWE, this is the biggest. I was like, why is he cutting a promo every time he speaks?
Yo, and there was no teleprompter, so he not reading nothing.
Because like he's fighting for his job, my nigga. Like, don't forget, like, people do not forget. Oh, The Rock's at home like, yo, all the time that you and your little friend HBK make fun of me, make fun of my grandmother, that's just sweet, my nigga. So Triple H is fighting for his life every time he's on the mic. Now you know Triple H how to feel to be black at corporate, fighting for his life every day, my nigga.
Nigga said you one of us now.
One of us.
But it was like
Rock's mother about to get a job at WWE now. Good for you. Own company, you know.
But I really like where this is going. Like you said earlier, where we don't know what is this outcome of this.
Bro, we still don't like. It's so funny because if you go back to the kickoff thing and the graphic, they had Rock and Roman side by side on the graphic on the screen. And then literally at the end of the whole segment, the graphic changed to Cody.
Yup.
And I said to Mikey, I said, yo, yes, this is why Rock said what he said backstage. I said, yo, Rock was on there like, nah, you need to fix this because the graphic had changed. And I said, oh shit. And then right after all of that concluded, that flyer was officially posted on WWE's Instagram, the matches of all matches. I was like,
let the people know once again the art of storytelling.
Absolutely. Like this, like I said, this is gonna be the story. This is going to be the road we talk about 10, 15, 20 years from now. And these are the moments that we as fans live for. Whether you, and that's why when Rock said it, whether you hate me, you love me, you hate what's about to happen, you love what's about, it don't matter, because we're all going to be talking about it. We're all going to be on the same page, like, yo, regardless of how you feel.
It felt real. Like, this all felt real and, like, legit and, like, something big deal type of shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's like a big deal in and out. Like, people was talking about it. Is like something that Triple H wanted to do and hold creative is make it more like a sports feeling event. Now, someone else who's a casual fan could watch his press conference looking like, you know what, I'm more interested than I ever was. I like the fact that because now how W is going, they definitely trimming the fat down to make it more like a sports event. Because how often they have press conferences this far out? Hardly ever.
Yeah, I feel like this, like, for a while, like, I can't even remember, like, this type of, like, event where it's, like, free, everybody can go. It was very, like, this is how you know this is the big field.
You know what it felt like?
What?
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good. Go ahead.
It felt like the match between Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold with Mike.
Oh, 14?
That's what it felt like. It felt like that WrestleMania where you're like, yo, they're blurring the lines. And you know what's funny? The entire time I was like thinking about the press conference I was watching, I was like, yo, I need somebody to, like, I need a fight to break out. If a fight don't break out, this ain't it.
You should know about that. You should know about that. You and Simon Miller at the press conference, Simon Miller and Wilkins Part 1, which is now available on YouTube. You remember that? You remember that joke?
Well, yeah, because if I don't like a nigga and I finally get to see him, why would I not do what I need to do with him?
I mean, like, I appreciate y'all for that press conference because you got a student show after. So thank you. That's how you do business. That's how, people came, look, people that who didn't know about this. Simon Miller, we had a press conference. That place was packed of wrestling fans to watch his press conference.
But that's what you essentially want to do. You want to build that type of emotion to now everyone's invested. Like regardless of, like, listen, I wasn't signed up for Rock Roman.
Someone said that Simon Miller versus Wilkins would be hilarious. They already happened.
Oh, it's happened twice.
It happened twice. The fuck?
That's my guy.
Like, there's a picture right here. He's screwing him.
Been there, done that. But no, it's just it's dope because it gives you something to look forward to. And I think that sometimes is what's missing in wrestling is that we read everything and everything is so readily available now because of social media, because of podcasts, because of content creators. So, like, what they're doing, like, for me, I can say what they're doing for me is reminding the 7-year-old wrestling fan to enjoy this shit and stop questioning shit and stop asking questions. And just because, like, when you were 6, 7, 8 watching wrestling, you would be like, what's going on? But you would ask, well, wasn't that something, or wasn't that supposed to happen? No, you'd be like, why they beefing? And you find that out, you're like, okay, fine, cool. And you kept it pushing. And Triple H mentioned it in the beginning. He was like, this is a new era and we here for the long run. And that's exactly what WWE showed out tonight was we here and we ain't going nowhere and we gonna keep this ball rolling.
And shout out to WWE because on a random Thursday, what was that? At a stadium?
At the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, where they do fights. They do boxing in that arena.
Reason why I'm bringing it up, once again, put the ones up for the tribal chief. Once again, providing meals for families out here. Because Roman understood. The Rock understood. Niggas are starving out here. Not The Rock so much, trying to, like, not Rock. But Roman understand. Niggas are starving out here. Niggas' bellies is touching their ribs, touching their back. He said, let's get a press conference to get people OT so they could be the head of their table at their house. Thank you, Roman. Once again, think about others, Roman. It was Roman idea. I was talking to Paul Heyman last night. He was telling me it was Roman idea to get this press conference because he knows that people bellies are touching. That's why.
Nigga,
You know, speaking of Paul Heyman, yo, when he came out that private jet, I was just like, yo, I want to know what type of phone plan he got. I want to know,
what?
I've always wondered though, like, cause yo, he legit calls Roman Reigns all the time. So it's just like, bro, what type of phone plan you got?
Wait. Yo, Janelle, this is not the 90s where like this got paid for minutes, my nigga. Everything's unlimited.
You never know.
My nigga, this is not the 90s.
He only called one nigga, so he don't need unlimited. He just need enough to call that one nigga.
Unlimited, my nigga. Every plan's unlimited.
Rich Wavy said, "Will Triple H fix it or the family will?" Stop asking. No.
Listen,
my nigga T
we
said
can't.
Cricket wireless.
Janelle said it the best. We don't fucking know.
We don't know, and that's the beauty. Don't
we, as wrestling fans, gotta chill the fuck out and enjoy this. Meltzer, shut up. Everybody, dirt sheet, shut up.
Yeah, like it's too much.
Shut up, Wilkins. Shut up. Your dirt sheet, shut up. Huh?
Oh, my dirt sheet be on point though.
And then decide to leave us on cliffhangers every which way.
We get mad hype. I'm like, ooh, the story about to be good. I'm like just waiting. I fall asleep, no reply. 3 days later, some Brian's reply. I expect the energy. Bullshit some of it, B. It up.
Wilkins is like, you know, when you on the iPhone and you having a conversation and somebody hits you up like, I got the tea. Wilkins says, I got the tea. And then you have the dots in your text message and nothing happens. And it's just them dots. That's him in a conversation with us all the time. We get dots. And then 8 days later, yeah, so this is what happened.
Yo, did I ever have a story about how this wrestler took my girl?
What?
Oh, okay. Who's the wrestler?
That I'm not gonna say on live. So, because it was funny because the other day on SmackDown I saw that I was like, this nigga right here, and so
you still with the girl?
No. So.
Yo, this nigga is hilarious. I can't.
There was this girl I used to hook up with, right? and then this is years ago. Remember when SummerSlam was in New York for like 3 years?
Yeah.
It was around that time. So this girl, I was gonna hang out with her. This is like the day before SummerSlam was about to happen. So she texts me. She's like, "Yo, hey, let's hang out. Let's grab a drink. I'm gonna be in Brooklyn because she lived by Atlantic." So I was like, "I bet. Let's link." And if anybody knows they're about to get some cheeks, they mad hype. Mad hype. Any man gets hyped off of that.
Really?
So nigga, if you know you're about to get, cause she was quality cheeks.
Oh.
Top tier cheeks.
So wait, your Eskimo brothers was somebody that you saw on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's actually all I got from that.
So I'm hyped, you know. She texted me, she's like, "Oh, I'm about to meet you here early in the day." So the thing about me, I really don't like to press on things. Let it flow. Because I'm already hyped. Because I'm about to get some quality cheeks. Yes.
This nigga said tribal cheeks. I really put that up. That's funny.
So
it'd be funnier if she was Samoan.
I'm on the train. I'm heading over there to meet at McMahon's.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but it is the place called.
No, but that was the bar place we would go before anything at Barclays.
So I get to McMahon's, and you know, Me and her have given each other adult hugs already.
Oh, and you don't like hugging?
No. I'm talking about.
Oh, adult hugs. Okay. You
Yes.
do like adult hugs. So okay.
On, laying down type of feel.
Smackdown Hotel.
So I grab her, about to put I grab her around the waist as she's sitting down. I put my hand on her thigh, start rubbing it, and she kind of like moves over a little bit. I'm like, what's going on here? You invited me out? And then she goes, oh, I can't stay that long. I got a friend coming. Or we can do one drink. I said, bitch, what? So I'm thinking a friend meaning a female friend.
No, what? When she said, I got a friend to meet, that ain't no female friend. I can tell you that. I done used that quite a few times. I got a friend
coming to pick me up. And I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like, you told me to meet up with you today. So I was like, this is something off. So I ordered my cranberry juice. She ordered her little vodka and soda.
Ew.
Then this big nigga pulls up into the bar. And I look to my right.
Was he hot?
And it's him. I go, what the fuck? And then she goes, oh my tribal chief
on the
she
side.
met this nigga off Tinder.
Listen, Tinder back in the day, let me tell you. And if there was one top-notch meeting app, that was one.
And then I look at this nigga and I look at what's going on. I said, oh, I see what's going on here.
You got to exit stage left.
Yes. So then she goes, oh, this is my friend Wilkins. He got a podcast. I said, bitch.
Well, hey, sis, whoever you are out there, thank you for the cheap plug.
She goes, he goes, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And then he goes, you ready to go?
Does he follow the podcast though?
No, you never follow it. Why?
And then this nigga
never say never.
You know why I felt bad? He pays for my bill.
He owe you a night. Pause. I'm sorry, y'all.
And I was like, I felt like such a sucker.
Someone said that a Biggie smash your girl. He wasn't on SmackDown, guy.
I felt like a sucker.
And you know what? I'm not gonna
felt like a sucker, guys.
No, it happens. It's okay. You know.
Yeah, MDB 999. She little bro me. She definitely little bro me. And as I sat there sipping on my cranberry juice, as she walked out with this other man.
Yeah. Maybe. You never know.
As she walked out with another man, I thought to myself, I was like, damn. But then I said, at this point, I was like, you know what? It's time to get into wrestling.
Wait, but so real random though, did you smash her after that though?
No, I couldn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Because it like me and her had a discussion, like, we're not gonna get together. Yeah, you're gonna have other people, I'm gonna have other people, but it was one of those, I'm seeing one of the other people. That's what made it crazy to me.
This nigga said Paul Heyman taking your chick is crazy. That's funny.
That's what made it crazy to me, because it was like, you really out here with a whole other dude and who paid for my bill, and you leaving with him.
Well, you know what? You know who else?
But you had a discussion. Why are you crying about this, dog?
I don't need it in front of my face.
I don't need it in my face though. Yeah, it's a little different though. Like, sis, you could have told me.
Though, son. Like, you should have took the hit when she like. I bet you.
Now, the moment she said, "My friend that's picking me up," my nigga, the fact that you thought it was a girl.
Come on, dogs.
And no, I knew something was because usually she mad touchy feely with the kid. You know, she's like touching on the biceps and shit. But it's probably bigger biceps. I see.
Well, and
there is indie biceps and there's WWE biceps.
I'm weak.
Nah, he had WWE biceps. I couldn't mess with that.
Yeah, no, I mean you can't compete with that. The luxuries that come out of that, like, nigga, you can't. Not to say that what she did was right, but
Like I really sat there. Like I sat in the bar. I ordered an alcoholic beverage.
Well, at least he paid for your cranberry shit.
Cause I think she didn't. So from what it looked like, I don't think she expected the nigga to meet up with him.
Oh well, surprise!
Oh, let's meet up. Like it was legit. Like I didn't feel hurt, but it was like, damn, the better nigga got it.
But that he got it now anymore? No.
No, she was just a one night stand.
Damn. It be like that. But you know what? You know who else is doing some whole ass shit? Impact. Them niggas over there is doing some whole ass shit. So what was it? Was it yesterday or the day before that? Within the last, was it yesterday?
It was yesterday, actually.
So within the last 24 hours, Scott D'Amore has been released of his duties as president of TNA/Impact/ whatever you want to call it today. I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, okay. I was about to say, first of all, I don't know why I thought it was Okada. The head shape. I was like, who is that man? But yes, Scott D'Amore was fired as president of TNA. It was it's some whole shit. It sounds like Anthem, once again, it's the company that owns TNA Impact. They just want Impact to be basic as fuck. That's really what that is. Him getting fired just means that the owners of the company wants Impact to be basic as fuck. So apparently the issue was Scott D'Amore, wanted to spend more money. He wanted to bring in new people, bring in fresh faces, change a lot in the ins and outs of TNA. And the company and Anthem was like, we don't want to put no money into the product. We don't want to do anything. Goodbye. And it's really fucked up. Bobby Jamal asked, did he get fired for no, Naomi didn't get let go. Her whatever contract she had with Impact, it had expired. So
no, like this is what it says. Like I put it up on the screen. It says Jamal. It says like he couldn't bring no new talent. They didn't want to pay for that shit. They said no. And you know what they did? They put an Indian man who's cheap, and who will be a hard no, who's nothing, has no ties to wrestling. So a lot of stuff just be business based. That's it. That's what they wanted. Okay, good luck. You fucked up the company once again, Anthem. This is corporate wrestling at its finest.
So this is my take on it. You mentioned the word, Mr. Black. You said corporate wrestling, whatever, corporate company. Most companies, number one thing, that's why I'm always iffy about the TKO deal. They've been handling it a little bit better because they like, yo, y'all gonna run y'all stuff because we don't know nothing about wrestling. So, from what I read and everything of that nature, it sounds like any typical corporate company. Hey, y'all doing solid.
Y'all the hot shit on the block now.
So, but we're gonna keep it this way because we're gonna have to spend more money, and y'all not gonna be a tax write-off anymore. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this. And I think that's a lot of corporate companies where they don't look at the people, how to grow a product. They only care about numbers and the bottom line.
I'm gonna say something about that once you're done.
Would you say that again?
When you're done, I'm gonna explain to you why corporate is like that way it is right now.
Because nobody there works there. Nobody there works, is part of the company, is truly part of the soul of the company. Most corporate companies, especially like the people that work in the higher offices, all they see is the bottom line. And I'm pretty sure when it came to Scott, they were just like, you know what? We ain't trying to spend this bread. Like forget this. And he was like, nah, let's spend this bread so we can grow. They're like, nah, the economy's not good right now. We're going through a recession. we okay. We're gonna stay okay. We're not gonna try to grow.
Well, reason why that a lot of companies are very cutthroat is you love coming to yourself. You probably knew who it is. Jack Welch. He used to be the CEO, president of G&E. So before he rose to power, a lot of companies was very family oriented, where when a company grew in profit, that's where salary grew along with it. But he came in, and a lot of corporate guys followed his position where he didn't give a fuck about nothing. It's all about money, money, money. He'll buy companies and then sell all the assets for the next market to look good. So he started a wave of the greedy corporate machine. Like, look it up. Look it up. He had books, seminars, and all of that. And like you said, is if I'm not making $2 million every year in profit, and this will call me $2 million and put me even, I don't want it. So a lot of corporate don't want to grow, and I kind of feel like it's like you said. I have to agree with you. Like, I didn't see it that way. It's a good tax write-off. That's it. Like, it looks good on taxes. It looks good for like the investors and stuff like that. They're making a certain amount of money, and like they probably feel, why should we go any advance where we can make this amount of money by just doing basic shit?
Yeah, it's sad because you're going to lose so much. You know what I mean?
So much. Like, this man literally put deals together just to get certain looks on TNA. Like, he tried to get the best of the best talent. Not one thing that I respect by Scott D'Amore, he don't just get any talent. He make talent that makes sense for his roster. Who'd have thought like Santino would be such a good GM for TNA? Like, let's be serious though. Like, that's fucking dope. Like, PTO, like after Ring Honor was finished, gave him a job in a nice country. Nice spot. Don't forget Ken Shamrock. When the last time you even saw him in the wrestling? But WWE, who made him popping, don't want to fuck with him. But Scott D'Amore gave him opportunity during the dark times when like no one's watched wrestling. He was putting on a good quality product each and every fucking week. Come on.
Yeah. Like, this was they really fucked this over, man.
Honestly,
they really did some foul shit to this dude, man. Like, absolutely foul. Like,
foul. Like, personally, like, this sounds fucked up, but I was expecting to hear like a scandal, like, oh, he touched somebody, this, that, or third. I'm looking like, dang, what did he do? Because it was so like we fired him immediately. There was no warnings. No, I'm like, all right, what did he do? This nigga didn't do nothing. This nigga was trying to make niggas get more bread in their pocket. Like, really?
They probably felt threatened by him.
Okay, why do you feel that way?
Because when somebody has so much power and so much influence, they can maneuver ways that the people higher up can't. You know what I mean?
It's just like it's kind of like when you don't have much power as the next quote unquote nigga in the room, but you just being you, a nigga that who have to try so hard hates on you. You feel me?
Yeah, like it's,
oh man,
it's like how do we good looking out, T Pop. It's like it's just nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty work.
That's not good. Like, that's not good business at all. It's just like that's fucked up. It's that destroyed morale. You feel me?
Like, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's like, yo, why would you get rid of this guy? But it goes back to what you were saying earlier, that this is typical corporate shit. He wanted more out the company.
Like, yo, you remember how TNA used to be? Like, what the fuck was this? Like, the quality felt so low quality, but it was great stuff. It was great pay-per-views. Put it on bangers and a new presentation, everything like that. Now I'm kind of looking like, do I even want to watch it anymore? Because I don't know. It's just like you don't do that to good people in wrestling. Like it's really hard to get good bookers in wrestling already. It's really hard to get genuine people who cares for your success so you can make money and actually show your talent the best way. Because a lot of times that they had, you'll never see them nowhere else. Like, you need that.
So what do you think is next for Impact?
think that Impact will be just like Ring of Honor. No. Sorry. Would be just like not Tony Khan's Ring of Honor, but before Tony Khan bought it, it'll be in a position where nobody's really gonna know about it again. Like they're not gonna put out as much presentation and stuff like that, or they just might keep it how it is. And how it is right now, like let's say right now it's at a 7. Scott D'Amore try to get it to like an 8 or 9. It's gonna stay at a 7. The only time I feel like something is gonna happen, they're gonna make a change if all the talent leaves. But then again, I kind of feel like when it comes to wrestling, and this goes back to shout to Monique talks about this, is the biggest thing that wrestling needs to stop doing, just accept shit. Just accept shit. It's like, yo, I think this one on the chin. I get to come up next time. As wrestlers, people in the business, we need to stop doing that. So that's always going to be a problem because wrestlers always will be hungry to get opportunities. They're never going to be short of talent, never. But would it be? But are they going to live to the hype that Scott D'Amore trying to do to get to come to the next level? Because again, wrestlers going to recruit everybody. We want to recruit regardless. Wrestlers want wrestling everything. But you doing this, is that going to set your company to position to be the third best? Fuck that, the second best, or sometimes the first. Who knows? Because these guys are all about the end dollar. The dude is Indian. You feel me? And a lot of Indian dudes, they're just about the bottom line, and that's it. So
he's a corporate guy. It's not throwing race into there. He's just a corporate dude. Like just a corporate dude. If it was white, black, they all are the same. They all are the same way.
But they just at the end of the day, and so I'm just hopping back in. At the end of the day, they just want TNA to be basic, and that's just how I took it. And
that's exactly.
And I think it's unfortunate because the talent isn't basic. The work and the storylines and the things that they do are not basic, and it's just like they just had their knockouts women's champion at the Royal Rumble, and that was Scott D'Amore doing.
Well, my thing is this way: why you want it basic? And there's many examples of how much you could profit from wrestling. It's not like the 90s or early 80s where you just guessed it, my nigga. The proof is in the pudding, my nigga. Like, don't you want that for yourself? Don't you want that for your people? Don't you want that attention for your stuff? Like, come on, dogs.
But I think, and I think that's the beauty and why I think definitely having people at that table that makes those decisions be people that are in the business or have done it before. So like that's why when like Rock being on the board, that's a total that makes sense. Triple H being chief content officer and him having a 20+ year career as a wrestler, that makes sense. So for them, they don't invest it and they don't see it because they don't live it, they don't know it, and it's a lot. Like we take it like, why don't you care for it the way that we do? Is because they don't have those feelings or have those experiences with wrestling as we do. So it's like asking someone to show up when they don't even know how to show up for themselves type of situation. So it's unfortunate. I feel more for of course I feel for Scott, because I definitely don't think he woke up that day and thought he was going to be out of a job. But that's why I posted it in our group, on the PJobbertears Facebook group. I said that is the hottest free agent right now in wrestling, because his mind is innovative. What he wants to build and what he wanted to do for TNA and Impact was definitely not something niggas was talking about 2 years ago. Nobody was giving a damn about an Impact or TNA 2-3 years ago. Scott D'Amore was able during a pandemic be able to put some juice back into TNA and Impact and give matches and give, even though they, people want to say it was a partnership with AEW, that really wasn't a partnership. That's neither here nor there. But just doing things that they normally would have never done, Scott D'Amore did it. So it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the talent. Even I sent y'all the thing Moose had posted on his social media, and I was just like, when you have somebody that's gonna be the one to speak up for you, and they're gone, that's gonna play a big part in how a lot of the talent is gonna moving forward.
I said, since Relive said it, I see him ending up, man, bro. Because if he has a mind like that, you don't let that motherfucker leave, like not work.
Nope.
I think that hopefully, I'm sorry to cut you off. I hope Tony Khan treated Scott D'Amore right. Because if that motherfucker fucking didn't, though, son, W gonna scoop that nigga up and you gonna say, fuck, we fucked up. Seriously. Because Scott D'Amore, why I feel like Scott D'Amore is so valuable in the wrestling company, wrestling landscape, because he understands the mind of wrestlers. What I mean by that is he understands that, let's say hypothetically, let's say a wrestler is named Big Daddy Smells. Big Daddy Smells is kind of off. You understand? And he's on a spectrum. But Scott D'Amore know Big Daddy Smells for so long. He understand that, yo, how can I get the best out of Big Daddy Smells? Because this man is a beast, but he's kind of off. All right, there be people around him, a handler and stuff like that, because I know him. And everybody always said, I read his quote, it said, Scott D'Amore knows everything going on in wrestling. Or the inner talents, everything. So Yaya, Rayon, Zuka, Darius Carter, Darius Lockhart, all these guys that we love, shout out to Mac Awesome, shout out to Jay Blue, all these dudes Scott D'Amore knows. I'm telling you, son, this man, Tony, you better back up your house. You better give him a crib. You better give him stock. You better give him 2 cars. You better give him football, anything he wants. Scott D'Amore, come on. Because he'll make your company go from to difference.
Smooth Black man, shout outs to hey. He mentioned, so I don't know if you guys have heard, because he actually mentioned Mick Foley and it brought something, it made me remember what I wanted to ask you guys. So as I don't know if everyone's heard, Mick Foley's been in kind of the rumbles and in the wrestling world the past few days, where his 60th birthday is coming up.
Sorry to cut you off, but he popped out a random indie event too. It was like no like hog.
What, in Long Island?
Yeah, it was super
he
small.
lived there.
He popped up, yeah. But
He
go ahead,
lived there.
my
That
bad.
makes sense. No, it's okay. So Mick Foley is turning 60 very soon. And as a part of turning 60, he wants his last final match. And he wants it to, believe it or not, be a death match. So I don't. I mean, have we not looked at his career? Okay. I bring it up because Matt Cardona has been poking the bear, if I must say, and basically wanting Mick Foley to pick him as his last match.
I think that should happen. If it's gonna be Matt, I wouldn't be mad at that, and the reason why is because I think he'll be the safest with Matt. You know what I mean?
Why not
Mox?
No.
That's a throwback feud. That's a throwback feud because
it was a feud that never happened. So yeah,
throwback feud because I heard that had his brother Dean Ambrose was supposed to feud with him, but I don't know what happened to his brother Dean Ambrose.
You on so many levels.
like listen. Last time I heard Dean Ambrose, he did a stretch for WWE for the Shield, and after that I haven't seen him since. But his brother popped up. What's his brother's name? John Moxley. Mm-hmm.
I can't with you. But no, I just thought it was interesting that Mick Foley, he said what's the best way to get in shape and to push myself is to push it to where I can have a match. And he wants his last match to be a death match. So we shall see where that goes. So speaking of last matches, on that note, Dynamite. What?
It was enjoyable.
I couldn't hear you. So I was like, what?
Fire.
What was fire about it? Go ahead, talk about it.
Opening match? Oh, y'all wrestling fans ain't shit. I don't know why y'all niggas are cheering for Swerve. This man went to this man's house and whispered and cut a promo on his sons while his son's in there. But you cheering for this nigga now? Fickle.
But they've been cheering. They've never booed Swerve.
I don't know why you cheering Swerve for. This nigga ain't shit for that, B.
Because their audience ain't shit niggas. I can tell you why they cheering for. I didn't mean it in that instance because no beef 2024 is in full effect. I realized how it sounded. So I was like, wait, hold on. I mean, I'm not lying, but that's not really what I mean by that.
Because it's just like these are the same audience who booed Cody for going through that flame table. Boo! Why would you do that?
Correct, boo. Correct. How about just boo him because he came outside? Because that wasn't good. Guess what? Because Cody was not for that fan base.
Yo,
Cody was definitely not for the AEW.
He was not for that fan
pretty.
base.
He's too pretty.
He's the complete package, and them niggas like broken pieces.
Nah, they want people that don't take baths. They look dirty.
Oh my God, I felt like what I said was crazy, but you just took it another level. Niggas said they don't bathe.
Look at who all their baby faces are.
They don't bathe. Who are their baby faces? Let's talk about it.
First of all, Adam.
Actually, you know what? Wrong question. Who are their heels?
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole gets booed.
I'm just saying on paper is what it's supposed to be.
Nope, I'm asking though in real life term. First of all, when he rolled up on who was it? He rolled up on that fucking wheelchair. I said, "What the fuck are we doing?" But all right.
Who's the heel? House of Black, they heels.
Okay, I gotta get with that.
House of Black. Will Hobbs and his people, they heels.
No, Don Callis them niggas don't get booed. That nigga Takesha, he don't get booed.
Do you sometimes feel like AEW has my biggest problem with AEW, what I notice is they don't know how to keep people hot. That's the biggest problem because
I'm gonna take it and raise it a level for you. Go ahead, finish.
I'm watching Will Hobbs, right? This motherfucker's an animal. Next level. Muscles on top of muscles. Look like Bobby Lashley back in the 90s, my nigga. Looking like my little brother. And I'm watching him walking around. I'm looking like, boy, he looks like Big Bill. We mean like the whole aesthetics, how he dressed and stuff like that. And I'm looking like, that's the problem that's the difference between WWE and AEW and everyone else is. And the difference between New Japan and WWE and everyone else is you gotta care about the details. You got to care about the details. And you're not doing nothing to make sure that Will Hobbs is hot. He's just there. He's just taking up space. And he shouldn't because, I don't know. I like he shouldn't feel like a lackey. Like I feel that
that's how I feel about Warlow. That's how low key thinking that like and now that you say that, they low key done that to all the big men that's ever really crossed their path. Like, there was a time, remember Brian Cage? And I'm not the biggest fan of that nigga. But remember when Brian Cage was a hot thing for like 2.5?
My nigga doesn't like the ladder open.
But he don't like big niggas. He don't like pushing big niggas.
Why give them a contract?
Because I get to work 100 days a year.
No. I'm not telling them to sign a contract. Get your money, Papa Bear. Get your money. But why offer them a contract if you don't like big niggas? But then again, I take that back. Because Vince was the same dude who decided to sign smaller dudes, not push them. Wrestling. Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, in ideal though, you would want to push the person that's hot.
He's asking us every week how's the beer.
Shout out to the Black Brewers podcast out from the Midwest that blessed us with this nice little beer. Actually, you know what? No, wait, Wilkins, it's in your house?
Yeah, it's in my house. We're gonna drink
it. So we're gonna drink it on Sunday for Super Bowl Sunday. We're gonna record it live, and you're gonna give our honest reaction for your beer because clearly we have not been able to make it in person. So, but Sunday we'll be together watching the Super Bowl. So I promise we will do that on Sunday.
See, we do other stuff outside of wrestling.
We do.
Wait.
We do.
Question.
We're a little family, a little bit sometimes.
Question. What movies y'all niggas saw recently? Any good movies y'all saw?
Oh, I watched the Marvels on the plane.
How was that?
That's what he was talking about. It was on Disney Plus.
Shit was trash.
Okay.
No, you know what? Let me rephrase that. It was very mid. It was the epitome of mid.
Okay. Was it Iron Man 3 mid? Or was it Thor 1 mid?
It was Thor 1 mid. Maybe even below that. It was a movie that should have been on television.
Oh dang. I saw the Book of Clarence. I saw that too, actually. It's pretty good. It's decent. I wasn't in love with it, but it was good.
I'm trying to think what, because we don't really. So that's the thing. Because pop over here, he be asleep as he is right now. So movies ain't really a thing. We like. I'll watch a movie on my off day, but mostly we do the TV shows. So like,
you got a website? You need a website, Janelle?
Are you watching Percy Jackson?
No. Yeah. So I've been holding off on the last episode of Percy for dear life because I know it's the last episode. But no, like we have like Max and like we have like movie stuff. Like we actually was trying to watch a movie yesterday, but then we ended up watching Montez and Bianca. We watched one episode of
How was that?
It's really good. Like I love it because it low-key reminds me of me and him at times.
Oh, Chama nigga Gene, happy birthday. Yo.
Oh, happy birthday, Gene.
He turned 50 years old.
He did not turn 50. Don't spread that propaganda.
Yes, he did.
Gene, how old you turn? What year was you born? I'll wait. But also, actually, side note, as we are talking about birthdays and anniversaries, I do want to give a special shout out to Stephanie Hardy, as she is celebrating her 4-year wrestling podcast anniversary. Many more years to your success, my love. Listen, 86. Michael's older than him. What the fuck are you talking about here?
Don't forget. That is Mama Dirt Sheets. When
but
what you do? Yo, side note, I have these man props. Yo, We Are Wrestling last week was a banger, my nigga.
It was
Shout out
to Peter Rosado for putting on a banger show in the Bronx.
Yes.
Last Friday night.
It was the match before the main event. And it was a handsome referee called a chocolate ref, right? Everyone said that we look alike, but I don't know. But he's like he's a nice up and coming ref, chocolate ref. He like I don't know. But Matt,
I love how you talk about yourself in the third person.
What are you talking about?
I love that for you.
Meaning like me and the chocolate ref is two different people. I don't know what you're talking about. When did you ever see me and the chocolate ref and us together in the same room? Never.
Well, all the
two
time.
Different people.
All the
two
time.
Different
But continue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shout out to Matt though.
So Jay Bougie versus Matt Awesome. My God, B. That match from beginning to the end, fire, B. Fire. This is why I fuck with independent wrestling. Because no dirt sheets, no bullshit, no nothing. Straight up wrestling. When you come in there, you don't know who's going to win. You don't know who's over. None of that. It's all surprising. But that match, yo, son, that match, the ending when the ref took the title away from him because the foot was on the ropes.
Yeah, I wonder what ref didn't see the foot on the rope.
Yo, the chocolate ref. Ref.
But also too, Darius Carter versus Ishaban was really, really good. It was a really good. I haven't seen a really good technical match in a little bit.
I said he's worth 86.
Yeah, nigga, I know. That's what I said. Yeah. Happy birthday, Gene. Out of control. But yeah. So we were talking about AEW.
I'm weak.
That's what I said. He out here
two different people
spreading propaganda. So once again, you were talking about AEWs and you were talking about how they don't when the shit is hot, they don't know how to really utilize it, but also when they don't know how to let it build up either. Like, I popped when Deanna signed with them. I think it was a very good pickup. I honestly wouldn't pull the trigger on the title match so fast because
what you're gonna put then.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't. But also, it doesn't. I just think
the TBS title.
But that's another issue in regards to why at times having multiples, like how they kind of did MJF, but it did take a little bit to get there. But like kind of how they did MJF, where you had so many people kind of going after, and it was just like you had options where they don't have a good foundation of their women's division to have options. And it's not like you don't have the bodies to not have options. Like that's always been my issue with their women's division is like, y'all have the bodies. You just don't utilize them. And this is where I realized he thought he was so slick giving back that fucking ranking thing. He thought he was slick because if you look on the ranking thing, who was 1 and 2 number one contenders was Swerve and Hangman Page. And I said, you know what? Just so that if anyone ever asks, well, why are these niggas wrestling again? You could say, well, they're the number 1 and 2 top rank. That only started about a week ago.
Well, yeah.
Like, I realized that. I said, what the fuck? But okay.
But I want to go back to the women's division in Diana. I don't think she could do anything else besides that, though.
But then the issue is once you do that, then what?
You put it. I would put it with 3 matches with Tony.
I mean, like,
until she wins the title.
I have to disagree with you because you're eliminating. You are way more creative than a lazy booking, my nigga. You could literally put her through. Hey, let's see how she matched with Thunder Rosa. Hey, fuck that. Her and Nyla Rose or Statlander or Abaddon. There's mad people that you go against. You can build up to that. You can have different matches, different feuds. Yo, expand the talent. I feel like Tony does with the women division is this way. Hey, you're good at this. That's it. But he doesn't tap in. I feel like Tony is good with pre-made stars. He's not good with stars that he has to make that are women. Men, he's pretty good at it, especially, building up certain dudes. He's good at men. But the women, I feel like it just felt so short. Like, yo, dogs, what are you doing, big dogs? Like, make her go through the gauntlet. Like, yo, Nyla Rose, raw. All right, let me see how tough you are. You feel me? Submit Nyla Rose. Next thing you know, Statlander. Submit Statlander. All your top people, make them submit. Syria Dean, I'm the top people, this, that, that. Make them go at it, match, boom, prepare for the main event. Because I like my challengers to go through something. I want my challengers to feel scarred. I want to be like, yo, I remember this match. Kofi Kingston. Yo, his road to the championship. I remember it. They made it memorable. The promos, all the little stuff. Because go ahead, Mama. What you say?
No, because I was gonna say because it for me it just was like she got hired. We were there for the debut. The next episode she had a match, and then the next week she was getting the title. She was getting the title match with Toni Storm because they have this history and matching tattoos, and it was just like, wait, what?
No, who are you? Like, listen. I'm looking at it again. I'm like, sorry, I'm looking at it as you introduce a new character to this world. She's never been on screen, to my knowledge, none of that. This is a new character. Where's her lore? Where's her build-up? Yo, show promos and stuff like that. Do this. I want to care about this character. I don't care about. I know nothing about you. So make it interesting. Build up. I want to see a different moveset and stuff like that. One thing I always like what WWE does when they bring in new stars, promo package, they build them up. They have different matches to tune them up. What you said, Big Dog?
No, somebody said, are we talking about
Deanna? Yeah. But in all honesty, they don't really that's just not their thing. And I think just for me, I just have to turn that part of my brain off because it's the same thing how I feel about the CMLL niggas. I'm just like, who are these people? What?
It's not for
who are you?
AEW is not for the casual fan. So we understand.
But I don't even like categorize myself as the casual fan. But at the end of the day, like Excalibur, that another nigga that got a mask on should have been able to tell me who the niggas with the mask really was doing and what they was doing.
You're 100% right.
like that was my issue. Like literally last week they were sitting in the crowd and I was just sitting here like, listen, if this supposed to be some invasion takeover shit, them niggas should be backstage fucking niggas up. Them niggas should be having a Spanish nigga come in commentary and taking somebody commentary spot and speaking in Spanish and talking about all these niggas. Like this. Okay, Tony, and now y'all know if that happens, you already know somebody heard it from here, okay? But I'm saying is like at the end of the day, like I want to be able, I genuinely want to be I want to know what's going on, and now I'm sitting here like, yo, Daniel Bryan and all this BCC niggas is out here supposed to be the fighters for AEW, but they all WWE X guys.
Thank you.
What are we doing?
One thing that gets you upset is what's so hard about them interacting with the other luchadors. Yo, one of them come up. Yo,
I keep trying to tell you this. These niggas do not care about storylines, bro. Y'all know this already.
No, they pick and choose because the whole Swerve and Hangman shit, everybody was invested. Everybody was low key more invested in that than what MJF had got going on. Because, so it's not that they can't, it's that they pick and choose which ones, and it's always one.
Because they want to get Swerve over, that's why.
And you get Swerve over, and now you put him in a triple threat match. When, to be honest, and I already know he's not the favorite character in the group, but when he should really have the one-on-one shot with fucking Joe, and now y'all made it a triple threat for what reason? Like,
I have to admit,
what was that about?
On Joe is triple threat queen. I mean, triple threat king. You put Joe in a triple threat multi-man, he's gonna put in work. He's gonna put in bangers. So I ain't worried about that match. But I have to agree with you, Janelle. It makes those. But this is the hottest feud, though. It is. But I feel.
Listen, I would RTB the gamer. Hey, I do. I think it should have been the one-on-one. If he sat there on what was that Rampage, whatever the second show they got going on. If he was on there out here in this Black History Month, and I want to be like, shout outs to my black wrestlers that have inspired me and all this other stuff. Like, if you're gonna go through all of that. To now you want to get a triple threat match? Listen, we're not gonna say that. But you in a triple threat match with a nigga you already beat twice. Make that make sense. Okay?
No.
Make that make sense.
Back it up. I'm backing up. Y'all didn't say shit with Cody versus Seth?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Because Cody beat Seth a million times. He beat him with a broken arm. It's million times.
Well, it was a torn muscle, but yeah.
Which that made no sense. Him beating him. That's not the point. But Cody was gonna potentially, before he made an announcement, he was gonna fight Seth, but y'all didn't have an issue with that.
Everybody did.
So what's the big deal if when Brock ended up fighting Roman Reigns? Mad times. Y'all don't bat an eye. Y'all like, yeah, let's do it again. Especially you, nigga.
So I will say they've been able to strategically position different eras of both of them for it to make sense in a way. Like that whole now listen, I was definitely not a fan of how they did New Orleans because I thought that was stupid. But they low key because it was fast. It didn't make sense. Roman got bloody in less than a minute of the match starting. It was just weird. It didn't make sense. And I was like, what are we doing here? But how that was then, and then fast forward to SummerSlam where they had the final match off in that sense, and everybody loved Cowboy Brock. You got a different Brock and you had a different Roman at that time. So they've been able to give you different sides of them and having the same people involved. Dumb niggas, Swerve and Hangman's been giving the same match the last 3 matches. Same thing.
But they're good.
And I knew, and it's not, no, they listen, because they have great chemistry. They have great chemistry, and I don't take that away from them. But the moment I knew when I was watching and the ring announcer said 30-minute time limit, I said, oh, these niggas is going to go to time limit. I said, oh, and I know every week they say the time limits and shit, but for some reason, how he said that last night, I said, oh, they're going to go for the 30 minutes because neither one of them couldn't afford taking a pin from each other. Neither one of them could, which was, again, why do the whole match to begin with?
Because
it's a blood feud. It's psychological. I like them going up against each other.
No. I'm fine with it. But give that man a 1-up or something like that. This man beat you twice.
Go!
Well, the last match it went to the time limit though.
But still.
But the other two, he beat him clean.
Right. There's no reason for them to.
There was no reason for them to fight again. There wasn't.
Hold up. To AEW defense, this is a new year. You feel me? And so happily. They was like, dang, y'all two both undefeated. Let's determine the championship and let's build up towards this. So that did kind of make sense in that aspect. It did. But again, why would you pair them up again?
Exactly. Whatever. Because even the week before, when each of them had to choose their own opponent, and when Swerve chose the Samoan Puerto Rican nigga, I said, why? Why?
Because he was undefeated. That's why. So then again,
why not choose the nigga that continuously kept interrupting the matches? Because that would have made sense.
True, but then again, Hangman picked RVD.
And picked RVD, which was random as fuck. And didn't get that, but hey. It is what it is.
That didn't go nowhere.
They not a place. Didn't even leave the block.
Like, what's up with your ex-boyfriend Keith Lee? He good?
I'm sorry. He is a married man.
I say your ex-boyfriend.
No, he's having health issues.
But he's having health stuff going on. That's why he's not around. And he had surgery and stuff. That was why he got pulled from the pay-per-view that was here. And why we got Goldust versus Swerve. I still needed that to make sense. But
this is funny. Even Taz said that. What does this feud go? They already drunk blood and did the home invasion thing, which is true. This nigga
Taz is no selling the damn story.
My nigga RTD the gamer says, prove that they don't care about storytelling.
They pick and choose, and that's actually what frustrates me, because I'm very like, either it's 100 or 0. There's no like, and it's like we gonna give 20% of care to this, we gonna give about 50% of this to this, we gonna give about 75 for one thing. So Michael thought it was gonna be Matt Riddle, and I was just like, I don't think so.
Like, no offense, like no offense, like RVD, whatever, but he still to go. But if you want somebody of just like that makes more sense, like just get Matt Riddle to whoop his ass. Like,
well, for me, it was the challenge of it. Like, neither one of the opponents that each of them had picked was a real legit challenge to neither one of them niggas. So it was just like, what?
Why do AEW does the same storyline? Because they did storyline millions of times with MJF, Jericho, NJ, like they do the repeat storylines over and over again.
Don't even get us started about Jericho and how he was winning all the matches he shouldn't have won, and then ended up taking the pin from Takeshi. I was like,
what? Well, it does make sense though.
Away from the ring, bro.
Because like no, because like I feel this way. It makes sense because I was referenced to HBK. HBK had to win matches sometimes. He had to be the Shelton Benjamin. He had to beat the teams that he has to beat. Because Jericho is a championship team where you beat the teams you have to beat and you struggle against the team that's on your level.
True. I'll give you that.
But yeah, so Jericho had that match. And then so as we was at the top where we were talking about AEW, how now we have new AEW tag team champions of Darby Allin versus Sting.
Man,
and couldn't even celebrate the shit.
I liked it. I liked that.
No. I liked it though, but it was after a while when
y'all niggas is problematic as fuck. That's why y'all liked it.
No, I liked it, but it was
and you don't like Sting, so don't even.
No, I like them getting beat up after.
But that took too long though. That didn't have an extra 5 minutes. It didn't have an extra 5 minutes.
Oh, they dragged it.
Yeah, they dragged it. Like it didn't have an extra 5 minutes. Like. Because after a while they just stayed around and like, what are we gonna do next? No, short and sweet. It should have ended off them beat on top of them.
It should have faded out that way. It shouldn't have been. Yeah. It should have made you, in all honesty, they should have had them fighting, and Tony Schiavone should have been on commentary, yelling and screaming and shit. And then honestly, it should have faded to black. It should have went off air, because then it would have gave everybody that was watching that feeling of, oh shit, I need to turn in next week to see what the fuck happened.
Outside of
or even them, they the king and queens of putting shit on YouTube, so they could have definitely gave a YouTube exclusive post match shit.
Like I felt that how it just overstayed as welcome, but outside of that, I felt it was good. I felt little things. Ricky Starks line up with the spear. He was just like, fuck. I like that.
Oh, speaking of little stuff, so once again, Tony Khan and his beloved announcements. Like this nigga, he's like the worst church announcements I've ever encountered in life. Like, and to be fair, TD Garden definitely ruined the surprise low key earlier in the day. But he announced that Dynamite in about 6 weeks will be at the TD Garden in Boston, and it'll be called Big Business. And what I will say graphically,
yeah, you are breaking up.
Mm-hmm. I feel like how that someone smacked her like this. She's like, oh. Sure, Janelle.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It's gonna be great to see Sasha Banks though. Or
For
but we
graphics.
said this, weeks ago, months ago.
Oh.
Is okay. Sasha Banks coming to
On the
AEW.
graphic, it had $2 signs on it.
All right, we didn't heard nothing. All we heard the graphic had $2 signs on it.
yes, Sean. I know it's Mercedes Moné, but I like saying Sasha Banks. Big dollar Sasha Banks. You said Tony Khan, the overreaching deacon. I think it's just funny. But yeah. Overreaching deacon. But are you excited about Mercedes Moné coming through?
Yes, but Tony Khan as a booker, no.
Why?
No. I feel like the only time you ever do sign for the women's division if it's Britt Baker.
Well, because he probably likes Britt Baker's feet.
Oh my gosh. Which, again, I want people to work and stuff like that, but it's just, Tony, you don't make it interesting for me, though. Like, you don't make it interesting. I just feel like he needs help. You understand? Like, he needs help. Doesn't do it for me.
Do you think Sasha makes an impact, though?
Huh?
Do you think Sasha Banks makes an impact?
Yeah, because of name value. Of course, it's gonna be an impact. Of course, but does Tony know how to market it and stuff like that? Will Tony bend to her will and only cater to her feelings and stuff? I don't need that. Like, no, like I don't want her to get the title the first day and be turned. No, like make her like no, like I feel like just like
that's what's gonna happen.
no. So it's just like, yo, it's gonna be cool, but I feel the novelty gonna wear it off. Like, son, like, no, like again, please, Tony Khan hire Scott D'Amore, please, because I don't care.
Listen, I think they're gonna end up hiring him. I really did.
I just for it, you know what? It's weird for me to think they would, just because they have people there already that could, make it like creatively do stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah, of course.
My fear is like him, Scott getting on board, and nothing changes because still you have somebody that wants what he wants to do. So,
but Tony Khan is a people pleaser. If the young bucks tell him that on something like, yo, nah, we're gonna do it this way, Scott D'Amore gonna run certain things, Tony Khan has to fold.
I don't know. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what does happen in 6 weeks time in Boston. But I don't know. I just feel like their women's division foundation still has cracks in it, and Sasha, their lack of a division with a strong foundation, it will allow Sasha Banks to really run through the whole thing and it be about her, and that's what that's gonna be. So. But hopefully in some time.
You know what? What they should do with Sasha is make her the Roman of their women's division.
No, we didn't watch TNA tonight. We was recording.
Yeah, sorry, but I know they had the tag. I think that was the tag match.
Mustafa Ali came out,
and I think this was still their New Orleans tapings that they did.
But I like I said, they should make Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, the Roman Reigns of AEW's women's division.
I don't know. I need to see some consistency in the women's division for me to feel like, all right, we in the right direction, because I just feel like it's like when you run in track and then you pass the baton, but then it drops, and you're like, oh shit, let me pick this up. I feel like we constantly do that with their women's division, where we're in a good strength, we're in a good stretch of time, and things are hanging in, and then they always find a way to drop the ball. So it's really weird. But we'll shift a little gear to NXT. I don't know if you guys have watched NXT Vengeance Day this past weekend, where Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker became the Dusty Road Classic Tag Team winners. Also Valkyria retained. The six person tag, the D'Angelo family retained. But of course, the main event, Trick Williams versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT
That was a good match.
title.
That was a good match.
Let me explain. Like, I'm so proud of Trick. Like, I did not think he was gonna be able to come out of Mellow Shadow. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. I was just like, well, he gonna be his homeboy. But the way that they've been able to not only build him out of that shadow, but now also get everybody invested in this like brothers versus brothers situation they got going on. Like, and then listen, this is how you know heels or some heel shit. When Mello was on, and the producers had to tell everyone there, y'all can't cuss. Like, y'all gotta chill. That's how much heat Mello was getting on Tuesday night. And I couldn't have been more prouder. I was just like, this is how you do it. This is how you create your legacy. You can show people you could be the baby face, but you could also be that badass heel. And
Shawn.
You said what?
Oh, Shawn Michaels.
With the jacket. With the jacket.
Shawn is having all the wrestlers relive his life.
Yeah, he's like, it was almost like he birthed that whole situation. He was like, listen, I've been through this before. Let me show you how it's done.
Y'all all gonna do what I did. No, all the wrestlers in NXT are basically playing the Shawn Michaels legacy mode.
Different eras of Shawn Michaels is in every person in there.
They're playing Shawn Michaels legacy mode on NXT. That's what's going on.
I mean, you had one of the best heel/face storylines in WWE. Like,
yeah, because
he has one.
Because he was the golden boy of WWE for years.
Yeah.
So I love that they've been able, and I mean,
in the words of Carmelo, he was wearing the white hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I'm so intrigued as they're on their road to Stand and Deliver. And hopefully we get that Mellow versus, listen, when you get about 10, 12,000 people screaming whoop that Trick, that's how you know a nigga is over. And
they like them on the main roster too. Like, honestly, Trick, like,
that pop that Friday of Royal Rumble weekend, I was shocked that people that how that popped for him.
So that's the
thing.
Scenes, they're very high up on him.
I just said that.
No, I'm talking about like they love him and they see him as being a future WrestleMania main eventer.
Like, in all honesty, he's even, and it's crazy because Booker, that's how I low-key knew he wasn't on, because I was like, oh, Booker not on commentary, because Booker would want to be there for that. But he low-key definitely reminds us of like a young Booker T. Like, if you go back and watch Booker T in the early Harlem Heat days, like that statue, the stature, the look, the grittiness, yet people is likable. Booker T was that to a T in his tag team. So it's just very interesting to see Trick in that.
The thing about it, they're listening to what the elders are telling them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what nobody's realizing. Like, they're listening to
Trick wanting
Booker T.
That's what we wanted for Valentine's Dream. I agree.
That again?
Right here.
The question was, is Trick what we want, what we would have wanted for Velveteen Dream?
Trick and Velveteen Dream are two different things.
Yeah, like I wouldn't compare the two. Because like
no. I think that he's not saying that they're the same people though, but it's the success that we wanted for Velveteen Dream is what we wanted for Trick. That's what he's saying. He's like that's what I'm getting for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I still don't think it's the same thing.
Yes and no. I can see like it in that point of view, in that
Yeah.
lens of like the success. Yes, but in terms of like the journeys, no. Like
No, totally
they
different.
they well, yeah, they were they were two
Yeah.
different. Like Dream got the energy of like
Yes,
he was
said
more
it, yes, the
character.
success,
Oh, the
yeah.
success.
I was right. Yeah, the success. Yeah.
Okay, listen, look at you deciphering. Check you out.
Yeah, but like it's true though. Like we want success. Like honestly, Velveteen Dream. I feel like I pray that he gets back to wrestling, and of course wrestling. Like if niggas that who are fucking pedophile and rapists could like still have a job in wrestling, this man who who was young and dumb could get a second chance.
Oh, but never got charged with anything. And I think that was the major thing that he was trying to get across on the Chris Van show when he was on the interview. He was just like, "Yo, I've been accused, but WWE had looked into it. Like, I never got charged for nothing and stuff like that." So, but I did hear he is taking indie booking, so never know.
I want nothing to do with that.
Never know in these days, in these parts. Anything else you guys want to talk about real quick before we do depart? Next week we will be in studio together like a family tree. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It'll most likely be on Friday. So Friday afternoon, so just tune in for that. We'll be back at Legends. You said what?
Might have Chisel Adonis on it.
Oh, that's the Chisel Adonis episode. All right, ladies and gents. So
yo, people don't know. Every year we have the annual Chisel Adonis Black History episode. Y'all asking why you have one Black History episode? Because it's a Triforce of Darkness, brothers. When the Chisel, when the Sir, when the Mister come together.
I'm just chopped liver, ladies and gents. I'm just a standby guy.
Why am I the only one on screen?
Oh. I was like, I'm just a standby gal, But
Marty Squirrel. Someone said Marty Squirrel, the biggest disappointment. Yes,
bro. Yeah,
because he was supposed to be that dude, but Black History Tradition. Yes, I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, big dogs? I haven't seen the man in a minute.
But so next week will be our Chisel Adonis episode, so make sure to tune in for that. We will be back at Legends for AEW's Revolution Sting's last match. So make sure to RSVP for that.
Don't forget, I Say Wrestling coming out.
Yes. Oh, Mrblacc will be down in Charlotte, North Carolina at the end of the month for Ashe. So shout outs to the whole team over there. Shout outs to Darius, Lockhart, and everyone over there in the Charlotte, North Carolina area.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
I
like that. The Sir, the Chisel, the Mister, the HR. I like that.
Okay. Thank you.
You didn't come up with it. That's why. You came up with it even that. Like, yeah, like LA Knight. I like that.
But I'll see you guys
Sunday.
I'll see you guys. Peace.
Peace.